I was wondering if you can give me a little feedback on what I'm doing now and maybe integrate into a broader general principle, because you let us know the timing with respect to the exercise. But the other components I add to my shake are raw milk. Typically in the summer it's raw sheep milk, raw eggs, and as a form of fat, coconut flakes, raw organic coconut flakes, because I think it's probably the best and easy. Ideally, that would be a raw coconut, but it's somewhat of a challenge to do and convenience-wise. So I use the raw coconut flakes, so typically about 2 tablespoons or so. So
2 tablespoons, okay.
Yeah, but maybe more. I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to. So I wonder if you could comment on the use of those additional ingredients with the whey protein, with respect to the timing. You know, breakfast, pre-exercise, and post-exercise, and what you would recommend for an ideal.
I personally, first of all, I think your combination is potent and strong.
Mm-hmm.
Eggs, funny enough, you know, they do research about protein that complement each other or not.
Mm-hmm.
So dairy and meat don't complement each other. Dairy and eggs do complement each other. Basically, they enhance the amino acid score, enhance each other rather than not. Mm-hmm. Also, it belongs to almost similar family. They have similar components. Coconut, I said before, I totally agree with you. In a small amount that you add in the morning is not going to change, but it does add good fuel. It's one of the best fat fuel, and antibacterial, by the way, with antibacterial properties. That appears in nature. It's also stable. It doesn't get rancid. Very good choice.
I used to use coconut milk. But then the only way you can get that is really in a can. So because of the concerns about BPA and phthalates, I abandoned that.
I totally understand what you mean. Coconut milk is also good if it's fresh, you know, and everything else. But cocoa flakes, yes, I'm into much coconut, and I myself started using a similar method too. It's funny enough with coconut powder. Raw milk from sheep could be an excellent choice because both sheep and goat are very rich in alpha-lactalbumin and all the whey component that I talked about. Small amount because it's more diluted do appear in milk. There is a huge synergy between milk, raw milk, and whey. Whey is part of the milk, but when you add the raw milk, you actually get a more similar effect to human mother milk, and I'm sure it tastes good. I personally like to be very light in the morning, but your recipe I'm going to try to see as a recovery after exercise. I really like the combination.
Okay.
But if you do it and it works for you, the one thing for sure, you nourish your body up front and you cover your bases. And again, Joe, what's going to happen is that every other meal that you're going to incorporate protein meal during the day will be anabolic now. So basically, you coming. What time do you exercise usually? 11 o'clock?
Usually about 11 o'clock. Days I'm working out with Darren, the personal trainer. Otherwise, it's in the afternoon, maybe mid-afternoon.
Afternoon. Afternoon is a big challenge because you're already burning, you're coming pretty exhausted. So I would say in the afternoon, just 30 grams or 20 grams of whey before, or a whey mix, low glycemic, and I would remove.
So no milk or eggs before?
No, why would you?
Okay,
you
so
want to minimize digestion. You want this amino acid to flow to the system
just the
very
whey
fast.
protein.
Yeah, milk actually slightly slow down the absorption of the whey. So in the morning, I understand if you want some stamina. If you take whey, however, with less fatty components, like one of the great fuel possible ever with great thermogenic effect is medium chain triglyceride.
Which is
MCT from coconut, yes.
Yeah,
coconut is very rich in MCT. I think 60 or 70% is MCT. I like also to use MCT from coconut as it is. And quite honestly, the research about it is, it's been regarded by scientists as one of the top 5 functional food on earth for human.
Yeah,
medium
it's
chain.
a great food.
Yeah, so not
but
just.
Do you use it as supplement or just the MCTs that are available?
Only as a food.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I like to add it with my whey shake. It's part of my whey shake.
You use the flakes or?
The MCT, I use dry MCT powder.
Dry MCT, okay.
It's part of the shake that I take.
Okay. And then the other thing I forgot too is the chia seed, defatted chia seed powder.
Chia seed is a very good choice. Again, very high, very nice, impressive profile of amino acid. Omega-3.
It's one of the highest protein powders that you get from the seed. Yeah.
I mean, if you are vegan, really, you should consider chia. I mean, I was surprised on the gentle taste that it has. Very subtle, not too much. Make sure they're fresh, though. I saw chia seed that got bad.
Yeah,
You really want to make
yeah,
sure.
it's an essential. It has fat in there.
Yeah.
The one we use is for the powder in the shake is a defatted form, so it's already processed and it's difficult to go rancid.
It's a stabilized form.
Stabilized. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried this powder, and it was very, very good. In fact, it's water soluble.
And water insoluble.
Yes. Well, but
There's fiber. These the fibers. There's both types.
the fiber. But in the shake itself, there is no solubility issue.
No.
It
Just
mixes
dissolves.
very well.
Yeah.
Chia also tastes good. It doesn't add you too much fat, so it doesn't tax your digestion. It gives you the omega-3, which is good. I think it's a good combination. I would not take it before exercise, definitely after.
Okay.
Or if that's your morning, that's fine.
Okay.
You just nourish. So
So
what time do you take your morning meal?
Typically, when I get up about 6 o'clock or so.
6 o'clock, okay. That's fine. As long as I would remove the banana out.
Okay.
Not that I'm against
Even post-exercise.
even post-exercise on the first 2 recovery, I would not use.
But the second or third, you could.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, just give the muscle exactly what you need. If it's in a state of insulin resistance, it's not the right time to feed him.
Okay. Perfect.
Feed it with the fruits.
That makes sense.
But there are other fruits that could be, like, for example, berries, raspberries, blueberries. Their glycemic index is so low. If you add a little bit for the antioxidant shake, it's not it's not going to change much. You understand? A little bit banana, I would say a little bit, like banana puree or banana flour. It's not going to make a big change, quite honestly. But overall, I would avoid a content of carbohydrates.
Sure.
In the
Makes sense.
shake.
Low carb. All right.
So
So,
I think
minor
you'll
tweaks.
Yeah.
Just one, and the last question I have is personal curiosity. You mentioned the benefits of the probiotics to take it with it and combine it with the shake. And I'm wondering, actually, if you're going to use the milk, the raw milk, since most of the strains of the probiotics are milk-based or lactobacilli, if you actually take the capsule out, put it in the milk overnight or for a few days and allow it to grow in culture and use that form, would you think that would be a benefit, an extra benefit to do that?
What you describe is the making of yogurt, basically.
Well, but in yogurt you heat it, and I'm talking about keeping it in the fridge.
Well, that could be a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a way of doing raw milk yogurt.
Okay.
Is by adding starters, which are probiotics, to add. It will be a sour milk.
Okay, so
which
it'll change the taste.
it will change the taste. It
Okay.
has to. It will be fermented, and as I
This is
told before,
lactic acid is a sour.
yeah, it will be very beneficial
Yeah.
for your cardiovascular system, digestive system, and as a cofactor for the muscle building, because these flora, these probiotics are critically important to protect your body from
I guess if you did,
toxin and to produce the right amino acid.
and if you didn't want, we're a little bit adverse to that. At least to get a sort of partial happy medium would be to at least put it in the milk like maybe an hour before. This way, it's not going to grow that much, but at least they'll start. They'll be activated. So once they hit your digestion, they'll be more likely to grow.
You can put it in the milk, or you can put it in dry powder, stabilized powder in your whey,
Yeah.
which is another great way to do it. Now you get both benefit at once.
Yeah.
Whey with probiotics could be
Yeah,
fantastic.
I think I'm going to start
phenomenon.
doing that. It was the one tweak that I picked
I
up.
think it's a missing link today.
Yeah.
Joe, I think I don't know about whey protein that has probiotics inside, and it is very important.
You can add it. It's not like it has to come with it. You can easily add it, break the capsule and add it into the drink, which is probably a good idea. And what I'm going to start doing is take our complete probiotic and just put it in the drink.
Or you
beforehand.
can take I like to take probiotics on empty stomach first thing in the morning. Make sure that they colonize and travel easy to the digestion tract. That's once they're there, you did the job. So you can do it with the milk or without milk. There's a synergy, yes, because you're making a very important point. Milk and whey is one of the most important prebiotic components.
Yeah, the food for the good bacteria.
And especially cheese and whey. The glycomacropeptides are the most essential probiotic food. The friendly gut bacteria like to use it, to utilize it to their growth and development. So there is already evidence how GMP, glycomacropeptides, promote the population of the bifidobacteria, which is the most important probiotic in the human body. It's the bifidobacteria for babies and adults. So now we get the best probiotic food together with the probiotic and the amino acid and put them together, it's really a pack, very powerful pack of nutrients.
Terrific.